Athens. I stand before the ancient walls of Syracuse, where the fate of two great powers was decided.
But little do they know that this campaign will end in disaster, forever altering the course of the Peloponnesian War. Can you imagine the tension in the air as these two titans of the ancient world prepared to clash?
The Peloponnesian War had been raging for over a decade when Athens turned its gaze towards Sicily.
It's crucial to understand the scale of this conflict of res. We're talking about a war that engulfed the entire Greek.
Syracuse, the most powerful city-state on Sicily, stood as a potential threat to Athenian ambitions. Enter Alcibiades, the charismatic and ambitious Athenian leader. With fiery speeches and grand promises, the scale of the Athenian armada was unprecedented. Imagine this, 134
But little did they know that many would never see their homes again. The very magnitude of the expedition.
As the Athenian fleet arrived in Sicily, initial operations seemed to go well. They established a base and began to probe Syracuse defenses. Alcibiades, accused of sacrilege in the mutilation of the Hermae statues, was recalled to stand trial. Fearing for his life, he fled to Sparta. The siege of Syracuse began in earnest, with the Athenians attempting to wall off the city from the landward side. But for every
The arrival of the Spartan general, Gylippus, marked a turning point in the conflict.
It's remarkable how the arrival of a single skilled commander could shift the entire momentum of the siege.
As the siege dragged on, the Athenians found themselves increasingly on the defensive.
The conflict soon spilled into the great harbor of Syracuse, where the fate of the expedition would ultimately be decided.
The Syracusans had adapted their ships for close-quarters combat, reinforcing their prows for ramming tactics.
In a series of naval engagements, the Athenians suffered heavy losses. Their ships were outmatched by the heavier Syracusan vessels.
With their situation growing dire, the Athenians attempted a bold night attack on the Syracusan positions.
But in the confusion of night fighting, the Athenian forces became disoriented and scattered. Can you picture the terror?
By dawn, the scene revealed a significant change, both visually and emotionally.
Sensing victory, the Syracusans moved to trap the Athenian fleet in the Great Harbor. They blockaded the entrance with
Despite their valiant efforts, the Athenians could not break through. Their naval power, once the pride of Greece, lay shattered in the waters of Syracuse. With their fleet destroyed and escape by sea impossible, the Athenians were forced to retreat overland. Harassed by Syracusan cavalry and light troops, suffering from hunger and thirst, the Athenian columns disintegrated into a chaotic mass of fleeing men. The defeat at Syracuse was catastrophic for Athens. This disaster marked the beginning of the end for
The Battle of Syracuse stands as a stark reminder of the perils of imperial overreach and the unpredictability of
As we reflect on this ancient conflict,